All right, so it's been 1 year and 6 months that I've been completely and absolutely disciplined and consistent. This journey has been amazing. It's completely changed my life in many ways, which I'm going to share with you on this video. And this is huge because most people would never obtain this ever in their life. Nonetheless, for me, it was very, very difficult because it's something I've always wanted to do. And just like anyone else, I would start something and fall off. Start something, fall off. It might be a few weeks, it might be a few months, but I would fall off eventually. But I finally mastered discipline and consistency, and I want to share with you how it's changed my life. It's been 1.5 years, and it's an amazing journey. So let's jump right into it. First and foremost, for those that have not been following my journey, becoming a disciplined and consistent individual has been a huge thing for me. It's something I've been working on. It's a huge journey, and I started back, like I said, 1.5 years ago. Now, when I first started this journey, it started with small little incremental habits that I started shifting and changing. And I'm gonna tell you right now, for anyone out there that is trying to do this, you cannot do this without God. This has all been because of God. Jesus, I give all the praise and thanks to. Without him, this would have been extremely difficult and impossible. But the fact that I have God in my life, that is what's actually made it happen, okay? And I'm gonna be upfront. Before I even started this journey, I prayed really hard about this. And it's something that I prayed and I asked Jesus for, and I just kept praying really hard about it. And just like, I really wanted to be a disciplined individual. So that's first and foremost, is you need God in your life, because to do something like that, it's very, very, very difficult to do it by yourself. So with that being said, when I first started, the first thing I did was I eliminated a bad habit and I substituted it with a good habit, okay? At the time, I was smoking and I did not want to smoke no more. Smoking was something I've done since a young kid, and I kind of just did it all my life. I hate to say it, but I wanted to break the habit, but it was very difficult. So first, I stopped doing that, and I substituted that with listening to a sermon every single morning. I would listen to a sermon on my way to work, and I would listen to that, and it would help me throughout the day because it would give me the words that I needed, the words of wisdom. And I started listening to a sermon, like I said. I started with a 30-day challenge, I think it was, and from there, I just haven't stopped. I still, to this day, listen to a sermon every morning, and it's crazy because that led into prayer, morning and night, making sure I do my prayers. And now I attend church every Sunday, every single Sunday. There might be a Sunday I might miss because I might have to go do some work or something like that. But majority, I am literally going to church on Sundays. So with that being said, that's one way it's changed my life, because it just gave me a whole different outlook. From there, it started in then I started to sprinkle in other habits like working out and training. So I started working out, doing calisthenics, running and whatnot. I do distance running, so I run a lot of miles, and calisthenics workouts. And it's changed my physique. My body looks great. I almost got a 6-pack. I'm like halfway there. It's honestly just like a 2-pack at the top. The rest I got to really focus on. But for me, I'm not trying to get really big or nothing. I don't like that whole look of just looking big and bulky. It's just not my style. I like the lean and shredded look. So I look great, and I'm consistent with it, and I still train about 6 days out of 7, and I love it. It does so much for my mind. But with that being said, it went into a domino effect, basically. So I went and I did the sermons, attending church, doing the workouts, doing the trainings. Then I jumped into journaling, and this is all around the same time. I started journaling. And for you wondering, for people out there, you're like, why the journaling? Journaling is something huge, and it changes your life in so many different ways. For one, it is formulative thinking. It helps you, if you have any problems and you put it on paper, it helps you formulate a lot better. Articulating, your communication, it helps in so many different ways. By doing that and reading, which you guys already know I'm a huge bookworm, with those together, it makes you lethal, absolutely dangerous. So I started reading more, and I would journal every night, and which is huge for me. And then also making to-do lists and scheduling my day and prioritizing it very strategically. As that went on, I went on to budgeting and boosting up my credit score and focusing on that. I would write down what my budget was every week. I would stick to it, and I've saved a lot of money. So that's amazing. From that, it led down to, I got a better job because of all this stuff. I got a better, higher paying job. It made me a man of my word, which is huge because when I say something, I get it done and it's completed now. It's also got me into a routine and just a better person, just well-rounded. And now I got this YouTube channel, which is really cool because now that I know how discipline works, I really think this channel is going to go really, really, really far because, for one, I created this overall to help people that are lost, hurt, broken, and just kind of share the wisdom and just kind of overall do something of purpose. So this is huge for me. I'm super excited, and it's just like I said, it's changed my life. It's made me a better person. And when it comes down to being disciplined like this, it is very rare that you're going to come across people like that, because there is many goods that came from it, many. Now there's also some downsides, which, I'm a little bit more probably uncomfortable to hang around with certain people because I'm so on it. And when they're not, it makes them kind of feel like maybe under pressure in some type of way. And it's also, for me, anyone that knows me knows I have a very obsessive personality. When I get into something, I go full force and I'm all the way in. And it just makes me kind of an edgy person. So with that being said, yeah, there's downs and ups from it, but I'll say there's way more goods than bads. So with that being said, it's just been amazing, and I just wanted to kind of hop on here and share this with y'all because it's literally, like I said, been a year and a half, and I don't see myself stopping anytime soon. And this new direction that I'm going with the channel, I'm just super excited about because I'm sharing so many different tips for people that are lost, hurt, broken, and just don't know which direction to go at the moment. Because for me, I've been there and I know how to navigate through it. So I'm also going to start doing live coaching calls. And if you are struggling with any area of life, some of the stuff may be relatable. Even for people that have gone through hardships, is maybe a broken heart. Maybe you feel like you just cannot maintain being a disciplined person. Maybe you don't know the next direction or step to take in your life. This is the channel you need to be following. Stay connected with me because I'm going to stay dropping videos consistently. And if there's anything you want me to talk about, you could go to the comments. Go to the comments. I'll reply to every single person. And the biggest goal is I want to change the world. Guaranteed. I know that's a huge thing to say, but I strongly believe that if I can't change the world, I could at least spark the flame that does. So that's what I've been working on. The discipline and consistency is the biggest and the greatest thing that I could have done ever, and it still continues to change my life for the better. So if you have any questions about this, let me know, because honestly, I got a lot of new information. I read a lot of books, and I've been through a lot of stuff. So if I don't know it, hopefully I can guide you somewhere that does. And remember, I'm not perfect. I'm far from perfect. I'm not trying to make this seem like I'm perfect. There's mistakes and flaws that I still make that I'm still working on. And the biggest thing I want to tell everyone is, if you're out there and you're hurting and it's hard for you to look yourself in the mirror, that's because your soul hurts. You need God. You need God. Your soul hurts. And I highly recommend getting into the Word, listening to a sermon, joining a church, a local church, or even just finding someone you may know that is a believer and start hanging around with them. Because it is very hard to change your life and do the right things, such as whether it's discipline, consistency, stopping a bad habit such as smoking. All that stuff came because God. I could not have done it by myself. There was help behind it. There's help right now with this channel, with the words that I'm speaking. It's not just me. With that being said, thank you for tuning in. You guys are in for some huge, amazing videos. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up, drop a comment, and be sure to subscribe. I'll see you on the next video.